As a student at Michigan State University, the winning candidate prepared for her career in teaching well beyond the classroom. Though her academic abilities earned her a place on the dean's list, she built upon classroom experience with volunteer work in tutoring, summer camps, and preschools. She also conducted curriculum research and writing for Michigan's K-8 theater curriculum. During college, she shaped her public speaking skills by giving university tours and strengthening her leadership skills through the Leadership Institute. By studying abroad in Ireland, this 2011 Michigan Student Teacher of the Year expanded her global awareness as well. More important than her accomplishments is this educator's ability to integrate the experience and knowledge she acquires into authentic and powerful expectations and curriculum that students rise to meet and exceed. One of Catherine's professors wrote, "Catherine can kindle a flicker of interest into a flame of inquiry and then keep the fire with conceptually strong, creative, highly motivating curriculum and instruction." It gives me great pleasure to introduce Catherine Costco, a 5th grade teacher at Wayne Westland Community Schools in Westland, Michigan, ATE Kappa Delta Chi National Student Teacher of the Year.
How to be reflective in my teaching, and the importance of building relationships in the classroom. But it wasn't until I heard Michelle Scheer, the National Teacher of the Year, speak that I truly realized the latter. She spoke about relationships and how vital they are to the student and the teacher. After thinking about this for the past few months, I realized that she was really hinting about the importance of relationships in life. And where do children learn these skills to build relationships? The classroom, from their teachers. I mean, imagine a world where everyone had positive, healthy relationships. And teachers have the power to change this by molding and teaching these essential skills. And honestly, I credit the relationships in the established community that I have in my classroom for the reason why my students and I go home feeling happy and fulfilled each day. So I have many people I'd like to thank for this tremendous honor. My field instructor, Susan Florio-Lorraine, my mentor teacher, Linda Mangiapane, Michigan State University for a tremendous education, Michigan ATE, who has really supported me through all of my success, my very supportive family, and finally, my 22 wonderful kindergarten students at Gompers Elementary in Detroit. Last year, they taught me more about education and life than I ever thought was imaginable. And honestly, I was placed in this urban placement, and I at first thought, oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to be in the urban placement? Even though I grew up right outside of Detroit, and it changed my life. So if you have your student teachers that are, they're nervous about their urban placement, push them on and tell them the National Student Teacher of the Year said it's okay. So to conclude, a short little story. So right before Thanksgiving, I went back and I visited Gompers, so my former kindergarten students, and I went into their first grade classrooms, and one of their teachers said, "Oh, you're Miss Costco?" She was new to the building, and I said, "Yeah." She goes, "I want to show you something." So we went over and we sat down and she showed me a list of scores. And my students were at the top of the class. My students were the ones that were at or above grade level. In Detroit Public Schools, they were reading, and these were first graders, and it was incredible to hear them. And it was one of my biggest successes that I will hold on to for the rest of my life. So from this, I see two things. First, I see great things happening in Detroit Public Schools, and from that, I know that there's great things happening in other urban districts, and we need to show that to everyone. And I also see that teachers can have a lasting and positive effect on their students. So I have to thank each and every one of you as teacher educators for supporting young teachers like myself, because as you know, they are the ones that are changing the world one student at a time. So thank you, ATV, it's a tremendous honor.